All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. I want to talk about Chicago, man. I want to talk about them Bears, as they call it, the Bears as they call them. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Bears, I like the moves that y'all doing, man. I like the moves that y'all doing. Now, granted, am I still a fan of the Ben Johnson hire? Not particular, but I'll say this: Ben Johnson is an offensive guru. He knows how to, he knows how to scheme offense. I will say this. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? I will say the Bears know Ben Johnson knows how to scheme offenses. You feel me? But at the same time, offensive linemen, I like that. I like that. How Kirk Cousins say, "You like that? You like that?" I like that. I like that. At the end of the day, I mean, what was the biggest knock on the Bears last year? The offensive line. You have a golden goose back there called Caleb Williams. He, especially with him liking the being extremely mobile and liking to move around and stuff like that, you're gonna have to get good offensive linemen. You guys got a new center and I think two new guards, I believe. I think you guys signed an offensive lineman, I believe, and you traded for an offensive lineman from the Chiefs. And I think you signed another guard. I could be wrong. Someone in the comment, TOP or someone who's a Bears fan can correct me in the comment section. But I like that. I like that. You got not didn't you get offensive linemen? You got offensive linemen to run the ball. You guys needed guards to help run the ball as well, too. You have DeAndre Swift and Jalen Johnson back there, and you barely ran the ball last year. I like what the Bears is doing. I think Caleb Williams is about to have. And looking at your division now, your division kind of falling apart. Lions losing both their coordinators, the Vikings. We don't know what their quarterback situation is going to be. The Packers, you feel me? I don't know what the Packers are going to do. I was high on the Packers. Now I'm kind of like, You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm not going to predict y'all to win the division. I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, I mean, hey, Chicago, your future's looking bright. Ryan Poles, you're doing your thing. You're doing your thing, Ryan. I'm sold on the offensive line. That's all y'all really needed, to be honest. Now, I do think you guys should get some, defensive guys, defensive linemen and stuff like that. But, I mean, hey, we'll see what happens in the draft. But at the end of the day, Bears, I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing. And also, I want to say this right here, right now. Even though I'm not a fan of the Ben Johnson hire, because I don't know how he's going to do as a head coach. Maybe he'll be good, maybe he won't be. I don't know. But Ben Johnson is an offensive coordinator, which means he will get a lot of people open. I expect Roma Doomsday to have a breakout season next year. You heard it here first. I think Roma, especially with DJ Moore, I think you guys still got Keenan Allen, right? I think they still got Keenan Allen. I expect Roma Doomsday with Ben Johnson's schemes, with DJ Moore being the number one wide receiver. I think Roma Doomsday is going to have a breakout year. I get Roma Doomsday didn't have the best year. I know Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., Brian Thomas, all had better years than him. I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, I get Roma Doomsday kind of has, little dropsy problem with the ball. But at the same time, where Ben Johnson's schemes, I think Roma Doomsday, especially with Keenan Allen getting up there in age, I think he's going to take that number 2 spot to a T. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be good. People forget Calvin Johnson didn't have the best rookie year either. Am I comparing Roma Doomsday to Calvin Johnson? No. Absolutely not. But at the same time, just like with Marvin Harrison Jr. this year, I think Roma Doomsday will have a breakout year this year. I'm trying to tell y'all, last year you had Shane Waldron as your offensive coordinator. And what I mean, I could, to be honest, Shane Waldron had a fluke year with Geno. To be honest, he had a fluke year with Geno Smith in that Seattle team. But at the kind of like Bobby Slowick with what's the name, C.J. Stroud and stuff like that. But at the same time, I mean, hey, Chicago, I like what you're doing. I really, really do. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing Chicago needed: offensive linemen. And now, granted, we gotta see how they mesh, but you tried. And that's all I care about, is that at least Chicago says, okay, we got our guy who's shown flashes, who's not damaged. We got him an offensive guy. We got him all these weapons. Now let's protect the Golden Goose. I like these moves. Shout out the Chicago Bears. That's my thoughts. What are yours? RJ out.